Hey guys, what's up? Dexter and Tanya Scott here.
Good evening.
What's up, Tanya?
What's going on?
Hey, what's up, guys? So listen, we're a few minutes late, and that's cool. We just had a lot going on today. And that's why we always talk about the situation on every Thursday, because I mean, we just want to bring some updated information to you. So you guys, we invite you to share this broadcast. We invite you to tag some people in it that they just need to hear about the situation. We just talk about what's going on right now.
Different situations in life, how it affects us, and some resolve for it.
Yeah, absolutely. We talk about it all, like in a 20
resolve.
Yeah, like a 20-minute time frame. We don't keep you long. We just drop nuggets, tell you what we're doing, invite you to experience it yourself, and then we get off. That's it.
Yeah.
And we're in the holiday season, so we're just excited. So I just shared it in one of our groups. Let me see. Oh, I got my headset on. So everything sounds good. So you guys say hello to us. Let us know where you're watching from. If you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for watching. We always like it when individuals go back and check us out. There we go. Look. Tanya, there you go, right? This. I got my headset on. Okay. All right. Anyway, so y'all, okay. This what I thought was so interesting today. You want me to tell them about today?
Sure.
Okay. So Tanya and I have a Christmas tree that's right there. You can't see it, but it's like on the other side of Tanya. And the lights, it's frustrating when Christmas tree lights go out. Anyway, half the tree is lit, half is not lit. So I was like, okay, let me go get some Christmas lights. So I went out to, where did I go first?
Was it Lowe's or Home Depot?
I went to Lowe's this morning, no Christmas lights. I'm like, are you kidding? The day is what, the 17th? It's the 17th. Went to Home Depot, no Christmas lights. I'm like, wow. And I didn't tell you this, also in Lowe's and Home Depot, they have already started packing up Christmas stuff.
Really?
They got the bins out
Wow.
for people to put their Christmas stuff in after Christmas. Half the trees are gone. I'm like, what is going on here? So then I went to Walmart that has everything.
Walmart got it all.
No Christmas lights. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. What's going on? What's the situation? Right?
Yeah.
It was kind of weird.
Yeah.
I mean, so you guys, we decorated early. We started before Thanksgiving because we wanted to kind of feel the joy.
Got one tree though that's like lights here, none here, lights here, none here. So we said, let's go get us some lights, for the whole tree, and no lights.
Yeah, it's really weird. So the situation is, guys, there's a lot going on. And we're in a new, like Tanya and I mentioned earlier this year, I think it was April, we looked at some news and read some articles. They said it's the new abnormal. Mm-hmm. And I really think it is, because this year is just,
I think about the mask. That's what I would say to you. I'm like, it's so amazing to me how we're walking around with masks on and children aren't afraid.
Yeah. Think
about that. Some years ago, someone walking into a store, into your home, up on you at the park, and they have a mask on,
Yeah.
And how children would be like, what in the world is going on with you? But now it's normal, and we even have children asking, where's your mask? Where's their mask? So it's just a new abnormal. It really, really is. So it's just something for us to kind of we're getting used to, and we're continuing to get used to it. So.
Absolutely. Yeah, we are. So Tanya and I, we're home-based business people. We've been doing it for 7 years. And we're just noticing how, wow, what we thought was just something that we would do for a little while has turned into be something that a lot of people need to be really taking a look at. Yeah. So you want me to show them the picture really quickly?
Yeah, let's do that. And I love how you just said that because, you said that, and it made me think about us as business owners.
Yeah.
Because even for what we're doing, sometimes people didn't realize its value. I just feel like it has a whole lot more value now than it did before. And we're talking about the industry of direct sales. That's one of the legs of businesses that Dexter and I have. One thing that we've always done is look for people of like mind. We want to look for people to join forces with who are interested in just generating another stream of income. We're looking for people who have heart, character, and good character and integrity. And that's who we've been joining forces with now for the past 7 years. So with that being said, and with everything that's happening and going on now, we're finding that this industry is a resolve for much of what it is that we deal with.
Yeah.
We all pretty much are very similar in things that we go through. There's nothing new under the sun, even down to the problems that we have. So even the resolve for those problems is here, okay?
Yeah.
So with that being said, let's share with you a little bit. We traveled some. Our oldest daughter turned 26 on Tuesday.
Yeah.
But over the weekend, she had some tickets for us. Go ahead and pull it up, babe. She had some tickets
This
for
is the
us.
video, the first video?
Yeah, either one of you want to put it
Yeah, I
up.
want you, yeah.
So we
Go
were
ahead.
just traveling a little bit. So here's some video footage of us going to the airport, parking, and then going up to the gate.
Yeah, and let me say this. Tanya and I, we traveled a great deal. And we're used to Raleigh-Durham Airport being like crazy. Depending on what time you get there, you're just, I mean, it's of course, it's not like
And
the other
Atlanta airport
major
is
hubs. It's not
crazy.
like that. But it's like, wow, let's take a look at the parking deck of Raleigh-Durham Airport. You guys, look at this. Now, this is on our going to the airport on Sunday morning. So, look, I dropped Tanya off at the Delta terminal, and I'm driving to park.
Plenty of parking space.
And I'm like, whoa, look at this.
Plenty.
Yeah, I'm like, where are the people?
Plenty.
Right?
Plenty.
This is the situation, guys. So
Yeah.
this is the video that I shared earlier in the week to prep everybody for the situation. So take a look at that. Now, once I got inside of the airport, Tanya and I went through security. Look at this video. This is going to be a little interesting. I'm walking. We're walking to get to go through the security line. How many people do you see? Look, it's crazy. And it's like, wow, what's going on, right? We already know that we're dealing with a crisis, right? We know that we're dealing with a pandemic that's kind of going all over the place. But I'm like, okay, so when everything first started, we live in the flight path. So when Tanya and I, when we're outside, we hear planes, we see planes, jets, always flying over our house because we don't stay far from Raleigh-Durham Airport as it relates to, just straight, no highways. And then it got quiet, you remember? No planes. I mean, for several months, it was no planes.
Yeah.
Then the planes started traveling over again. I'm like, wow, there's a plane, it's kind of interesting. And then we get to the airport and see this. So guys, this is just the situation. We want to talk to you about the situation. So we're in a crisis. We're in a pandemic. But things are changing. Things are starting to turn around. There's another video, I didn't upload it here, of when we were going through Atlanta. So what you just saw in Atlanta was doubled. So double the people, double the plexiglass, but it was more people, so it's hopeful. There's a lot of hopeful things happening. So this Christmas season, the situation is remain hopeful. Things are turning around.
They are.
Yeah.
So let's talk. I mean, we've already laid a little bit of a foundation,
Yeah.
but why do we do this and why do we even share that with you? We shared it with you because we're finding ourselves to see what's happening all around us, but there's always a resolve to everything. In addition to that, even with our government, because they're seeing the effects of things, they're seeing how things are, we're traveling less,
Yeah.
People are pretty much more reserved, there's so much more online shopping, okay? When my husband talked today, he said to me when he got here earlier, look, I point this way because he was kind of here on our little bean bag on the floor as I sit here, and he was like, Tanya, there's nothing in the stores. He said everything. He said the shelves are literally empty. People are online, and the thing is, people realize that that's what's happening with people more. They're shopping online more, but even with that, the amounts of things is not as much as it was prior to. Why? Because people are even shopping less, but those that do shop, we're shopping more so online. There's a protection that's there.
Yeah.
So what we want to do is to see people take advantage of where we're going, the direction that we're going in. What do you have? Do you have an online store? What are you offering people? Do you have a product line that you can offer? What's your passion? What are your services? Have you thought about those types of things? We do have one of our legs of businesses is what it is that we can talk to you about and offer to you. If someone has invited you here from our organization, they're doing the same thing. So that's one. In addition to that, we love for people to explore all of the options that are out here. All you have to do is take advantage of it. And that's what we want to see you do.
Absolutely.
Now, the government responds as well. Well, what do you mean by that, Tanya? You know, next time, what are you talking about? We got something else to show you, because now, remember before we received those stimulus checks, some of us did.
Yeah.
So they still see the position that people are in. I shared here recently how for Thanksgiving, and, you know, Dexter and I were kind of looking around asking then, is there anyone in need? Can we help anybody? Anybody need any food? We want you to have a wonderful Thanksgiving. And so then we were reaching out to the local pantries as well, only to find out how people were actually wrapped around the building in line to get food, and then learned that 40% of the people who were there, it was their first time ever being in a line to get food. That right there, just it causes me to think. So there's so much that we can talk about, that being grateful that you don't have to be in the line. You know what I mean? Being grateful that you're able to help other people. But I say it often, we say it often, and I really pray that you hear my heart right now, because what it is that I want you to know and to understand is that we're responsible for our outcomes. Okay, the decision begins with you. Oftentimes you find yourself before people just like this. They're talking to you, they're sharing with you, they're giving you ideas, they're talking to you about taking advantage of opportunities that come, but we don't do it. Why don't we?
Right.
You know,
that's a good question.
What
Why?
is it that keeps me from saying yes? What kept me from saying yes when this opportunity was presented to me before? It was presented to me before my husband lost his job. But I said no, and I said no out of fears, just reservations. It was easier for me to say no than for me to say yes and take action. But action is what's needed and what's required for each and every one of us to receive the very things that we desire in life. Come on, we have to go after it. Even when the children of Israel had been crossed through the parted sea, when he opened up that Red Sea and said go, and they took action, right? They had to move. You still got to respond to the very things that's been given to you. As they were in the wilderness and they prayed and the food would drop. Here comes the manna, all right, from heaven. You still have to go pick it up. You still have to do what's necessary to eat it. The provision is always here, but it's our response to the provision that's going to get us to where it is that we all desire to go. So that's what we have to be mindful of. Now, I'll say this because it's so easy to hear things sometimes. It makes so much sense to you. You can feel yourself getting excited, all of that. But sometimes we will question. So I'm going to say to you, I'm going to be very real and just very frank. You don't grab hold of everything that comes your way. Now, how often will you hear somebody saying something like that that's offering you something? Right. I say that to you because we come with the right motives and spirit. And we do want you to grab hold of everything that God is giving you and telling you to do. So be mindful of that. But even with the discernment and things that you know you feel good about, here's the thing that I had to come and I really come to know and understand is I had to get comfortable with being uncomfortable. Right. So I want you to be able to recognize the discomfort. Is there a discomfort from a no? You'll know the difference. You'll know the difference because what thoughts are coming in your mind? What are the things that you begin to process? You follow me? Mm-hmm. Are you trying to figure out what's wrong more than you're trying to figure out what's right about it? Are you hearing me? I'm telling you, why can I talk about it so good? Because I've lived it. And when I finally began to take the necessary steps to get out of my own way is when we were able to see our lives really begin to change. When we were able to travel more, like we were saying. When we were paying our bills in advance, we paid things off. Paying off debt, purchasing cars for our daughter, cash. Here you go, as she was transitioning to Atlanta to begin her life there. You know, these are the types of things that you're able to do. All of these things are provisions by God, but you have to grab hold of it and do your part. So as we talk about the times that we're in, we showed you a little bit of the videos as to what things are looking like now, how things are happening all around us. Take a look at this. This is what the government says. Hey, let's see what's going on.
Yeah,
let's offer you this.
Yeah, we did share.
It's a response.
Like you were saying a couple of weeks ago.
Right.
We shared about the people in line, 40%. 40% new people in the line for food. Right. So now they're recognizing it's a lot going on. People need help. So we saw this morning. So take a look at this. All right. So here's the deal. Right. This is what they're considering right now.
They said help is on. Look, help is on the way with a question mark.
Right.
With a question mark.
Extra $300 a week, unemployment benefits, $600 stimulus check. Now that's half of what they sent before. Extended protection against evictions, billions for small business, and vaccine distribution. So essentially, the government is trying to say, hey, let us help as much as we possibly can. The big one, extended protection against eviction. So, if you own real estate, you own properties, you couldn't evict people during the pandemic. They're looking at extending that. So, listen, there's hope. Tanya and I want you to position yourself to be able to come out of this thing with another option. The option that we have is direct sales. You work from home. You're able to have products, an online store where people can shop from your store online and have it shipped to their front door. It's the drop shipping industry. It's amazing. It's huge. You don't have to come into contact with people except they put it on the front porch and you grab it. That's it. So this is what we're talking about. The situation is exactly what it is. I put in the comment section. It's just the situation.
Yeah.
We like bringing you data, facts, showing you our lives, showing you like what we just experienced going through the airport, like where are the people. It's like, wow, things have really changed. Things will bounce back even stronger because that's who we are.
That's what happens.
But we want you to come out of this thing in better positioning. So
absolutely.
For us, if you're watching this because you say, hey, let me see what Dexter and Tanya are talking about, we want to have a conversation with you. All we're going to do is share with you what we're doing. And if you're interested, then we can move forward. If not, it's cool too. The person who invited you to watch this broadcast, they tagged you. I saw a lot of our teammates and business partners tagging people. If you're watching because of them, get in touch with them. Have the conversation.
Yes.
That's all we're asking.
Yes.
If you're watching on the replay, you can do the same thing. Tag somebody in it.
And right? I'll say this too in closing, if that is you.
Oh, absolutely. I'm good.
Is we're a team. So even with that, a lot of times when you are brought opportunities like this, you wonder like, who am I connecting with, and will you get the necessary support? Now, we all talk about personal responsibility. So we do take personal responsibility for ourselves. But in doing so, that means I took responsibility and I showed up. I showed up for training.
Yeah.
I asked questions. I followed the system, the structure, everything that they put in place for us to build. That's how you do it. There's a scripture that we talk about often within our organization, and it's where there is unity, there's a commanded blessing. That's powerful. That's a principle that we also learned as we would read and study Think and Grow Rich from Napoleon Hill, where he says, when there's an idea, even if it's a bad idea, if everybody comes into agreement to execute it, it's gonna work, right? So what do we bring? It's amazing. We bring ideas. I share all of this with you because I really think it's important for you to understand who it is that you're talking to. I think you need to understand that we do have things in place. We have trainings, we have pods, we answer questions, we have a personal group for our organization. You're able to go in, you're able to talk on a weekly basis. Our founding families, executive ambassadors, they do a weekly training with us. We're able to get from there. I share all of that because I want you to understand that the support system is here. Yeah. It's going to be up to you to take advantage of it, but don't you ever think that you're in business alone. We often say that to be a part of the industry, to be a part of this company, to be a part of this team, you are in business for yourself, but you're never in business by yourself. You just step up to the plate and get the information that's being presented and offered to you for you to build a successful business. And that's what we're doing here together as a team.
Absolutely.
Okay?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, this is good, guys. So look, that's the situation. We got on a little late, but that's cool. We didn't stay on long. We just want to give you some information. If you're just getting on, go back and watch from the beginning. Continue to tag people. They can watch it later. This is what we're going to continue to do. And that's just bring you information.
Yep.
Look, you don't have to turn to all the news networks and get all the bad news. No, you don't have to. You can tune into the situation.
We've learned how to eat the meat and throw out the bones.
Yeah, you can tune in.
We'll bring you some meat.
Yeah, we'll bring you meat. We won't bring you propaganda. We won't bring you any of that kind of crazy stuff. We're just going to bring you the situation to position you, to put you in a position to ask you the question is, are you up for the challenge?
Are you up?
Are you up for the challenge?
Let's make some exponential money, okay?
Yeah, let's do it, man.
Let's
for
do
our
it.
families.
Residual money. Let's do that.
Yeah,
and
let's
you
do
do
it.
it collectively. I'm telling you, we know what we're doing. All you have to do is join forces and duplicate the plan.
Yeah, it's good.
All right?
All right. Well, guys, look, thank you. Appreciate it. This has been The Situation with Dexter and Tanya Scott. We may not know you.
But we know what's in you.
We might see you next week. I don't know. Is that the Christmas next Thursday?
Yeah, next Thursday. Look, that is so good.
So we might.
It's coming up. I'm telling you, I want it. Yeah,
No.
that's Christmas Eve.
Christmas
we might
Eve.
still can come. We'll see. But
We'll
I'm gonna
see.
tell you, because I take things slow. I'm very intentional. When we stepped into this season, I put my Christmas stuff up before Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Okay.
And I'm glad we did because you can't find anything there.
I know. And we've been just taking it bit by bit. I don't want to force anything. I don't want to be rushed in life. You know what I'm saying? And I'm making a conscious decision. We both are to enjoy it. I offer you the same thing. Make a
Absolutely.
conscious decision to enjoy your life, to enjoy day by day, moment by moment. When you do that, slowing down, when you do that, I'm telling you, it's just, wow, what is the word, Dexter? What would you say?
I don't know.
It's liberating.
Yeah, invigorating maybe. I don't know.
Invigorating.
But
I love that.
You slow
It
down to
is.
speed up.
You slow down.
Slow
That's
down
what it is.
to speed up.
But we'll bask. I'll go curl up over there, curl up with a book, curl up with conversation,
Yeah.
curl up with Hallmark. You know, it's just different things. But be intentional. Enjoy this season. Enjoy this season.
Absolutely.
And see what's going to come out of it.
All right.
All right.
Okay, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.
Bye-bye.